Yokoso and welcome. My fault, OG. I was too busy, like, doing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Well, honestly, I normally try and wait a minute before talking, and then, like, waiting a minute turned into, I guess, waiting 5 minutes before talking today. But you get the gist of it. You get it. You get it. No need to explain. You get it. Hooray. And I bet you're thinking, but Celery, you said we were going to play Elden Ring today. Yeah, well, times change. A lot of things stay the same. A lot of people get lame. But, you know. You know. Summer Pie, 4th of July. I started reading the Fate Apocrypha manga. I think it's pretty good. I don't remember what else I was going to say, but I think it's been, I don't know, like, Fate Apocrypha, what I'm getting now from reading the manga is that Fate Apocrypha is just not a really deep show. And I mean, people have said that before, and I thought so too when I watched the anime a million years ago. But after reading the manga, I'm like, yeah, it's really not a deep series. It's just kind of like a big spectacle. Because everything happens pretty fast. And again, that's pretty much what everyone says. It's got such a big cast, you really can't have one character get a lot of development. Unless you just want it to be about one character. But then what's the point of having effectively 16 servants, you know? Sariku-san, hello. And you say, sure. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like I say, there's a lot to say. It has its moments. No, it's full of its moments. If you just want to see like a big battle with a bunch of people duking it out constantly, then yeah, definitely it's an awesome show. Like, you need to tap in. But if you want to see like more in depth and like actual character development and growth, I mean, it happens, but like, know what I mean? It's gonna be in a lot of a lesser way. There's like a lot going on. I know how it ends in the anime, but I guess I'll see how it ends in the manga. Maybe it's better. You know, the manga actually only ended back in 2024. Yeah, I know you haven't watched it. You've said it before. Then I was all like, well, why? To which you told me that there's just no characters you care about that are in it. And I was like, I guess that's valid. I guess it's less valid. And it's like, I mean, I guess if you feel that way, it's okay. I kind of wonder, like, how the light novel, like, shapes up in all of this, you know what I mean? Because I feel like the manga, it looks really good, like, art style-wise and everything, but, like, it's just kind of, like, just, like, zooming through, dog. It's like, okay. It's like a blink and you'll miss it show, it feels like. Which, again, there's really nothing wrong with that. It's just like if you're expecting, like, the long, drawn-out characters and this, that, and the third that I guess you kind of expect from, like, a Type Moon series, then, like, you better not. Like, just expect Battle Simulator 24. And you said I don't have to remember that? Yeah, I don't want to, but I do. Listen, if I don't remember it, no one else will. Hit him with that. It's all up to me. And then I, like, wake up super. Do it, Tristan. But yeah, I don't know. I'm doing something on the internet right now, if you're wondering why I'm, like, dying actively. That's no way that was the last song. No, I guess this is just one of those ones that starts out quiet. Oh, it is this one. It's like da 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 na 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 na. It's that one. You'll know what I mean once you hear the actual parts of the song. Hang on, I'm gonna prank Squidward real quick. What the? To the ordeal call. Okay, I have taken care of my thing with the thing and that other thing. But we gotta take Koyanskaya for this. Don't nobody. Oh, there it is. This is a team that I stole from you, that you stole from somebody else. See, it comes full circle, you know. You stole from someone, then I stole it from you. Nobody is safe. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You patent that team? Oh yeah, well check it out. Mine's similar but legally distinct. You see this? This is Gawain, the Knight of the Sun. You didn't use any Gawain. So, you know, I'll see you in court. Similar, but no, it's similar but legally distinct. You cannot defeat me on this one. Check it out. I don't even need to use a command spell. Because check it out. Gawain just does 1 billion damage. With crits. Look at that. And look, that's Jean from the streets. Well, anyway. Normally I'm not that lucky and I have to use a command spell. So, yeah, I don't know what you want to hear from me. Hang on, I'm gonna prank Squidward real quick. Doot, doot, doot. I feel like I've been wasting a lot of time, but that's nothing new, because I'm always saying that every time I stream. But like, yesterday I watched a YouTube video by this guy who made, you know the guy who made that Bionicle video? Well, I've been watching him since he made that Mega Man video a few years ago. Ben Saint, well he made one talking about Fooly Cooly, and I really like watching videos where people talk about on length about something that I like to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, it's called confirming your biases. I talk about it all the time, but you know, I'm all about confirming my biases. I want to hear someone talk about something I like, so I can be like, keep spitting and clapping my hands whenever they say something I want to hear. Or alternatively, if they say something I don't want to hear, then I can speak ill of them for the rest of eternity. You know what I'm saying? It's called confirming your biases. So anyway, I watched it to confirm my biases, and I'll tell you what, my biases were indeed confirmed. Except for like a few points, I was like, I don't really agree with that, but like aside from that, like, you're confirming my biases pretty good. So anyway, they talked about Foolish Coolish, and that was like a 4-hour long video. And yeah, hey, like, I don't know what you want to hear from me, Chief. Like, I don't know, like, what else needs to be said. Look for someone I don't agree with. Yeah, but then what am I doing? Hate watching? Also, I don't know, sometimes that does happen, where like you see someone talking about something you like. Like for example, this guy made a video essay talking about why Pikmin 2 is like the worst one in the franchise, because it takes away the like environmental and like the whole scene of like this is a planet that was destroyed by its inhabitants and pollution, and you're just kind of there seeing like the aftermath of Earth. Instead they make it into like a quirky game where it's like, we gotta collect all the treasure. And you know, I hate that they call it like, you know, it's like it ruined the franchise. But when they put it in that perspective, it's like, yeah, you're right. It did ruin the entire vibe that Pikmin used to have. That being, you know, that humanity destroyed the planet and like whatever. And it's like, dang, like when you put it that way, you have irrefutable evidence that like, yeah, they did lose that theme. And I mean, I completely agreed, and my biases were not confirmed. My biases were destroyed. I will never live this down. But sometimes you just see like a video and it's like, oh cool, 4-hour long retrospective about something that I like. Hopefully it confirms my biases. And then when it doesn't, it's just like, oh dang, well whatever. You know what I mean, Chief? Not my fault old Benny Saint went ahead and confirmed my biases. You know, we love him for it. But see, I've said it before. You would know that though, Zaraku-san. We've known each other for what, like 7 years? Of course you know every little thing that I've said in the last 7 years. You remember every conversation we've had, right? That's why, you know, we've hung out for so long. You remember every conversation that I say and have. Every little thing that I say. So you know what I'm about to talk about. You know that though. Of course, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, whenever I like Fooly Cooly, don't get me wrong. Like, I want to dislike it so that I can be like a hipster and be like, it's actually overrated. But no, it's actually it is something of a masterpiece. The people that like Fooly Cooly are usually the worst people you'll ever meet, but it's honestly like an amazing show. I know we did a watch through. When was it? I know we watched through all of Fooly Cooly, including like the sequels, And was it for preparation of watching? I think it was because Shoegaze was coming out. I know we watched them all on stream because this is the last time we had this conversation. But anyway, what happened was that I have a memory from 2004, I want to say. It would have been like late 2003, early 2004. Me and my mom were just like out and about, and we're like, well, let's just go stop by and see what, it was my uncle, her brother, was up to. And then he was like, yeah, I was watching this show called Fooly Cooly. And we're like, what's that? And then he's like, it's weird, check it out. And then he showed us an episode, and specifically he's like, now check this out. And it was when they pull Conti from his forehead for like the first time. Like, he comes out. And I remember being like completely awed, like, what the? And so was my mother. And then, yeah, so then going forward, I remember I'd then go and see like my father at some point after that, mine dad. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I watched this weird show, and he pulled a robot out of his forehead. To which his response was, yeah, Japanese stuff's always weird. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I was going to talk about how I thought it was weird, but like it was cool, but like instead you have to pull that old early 2000s wacky, quaint, weird Japan card. And it's like, whatever, dude. Well, anyway, that whole interaction, like, it stuck with me for like many years. It would be like, it'd be another like X amount of years before I'd actually like decide, like, I want to see the rest of that. And it long enough would go by to where I forgot what it was called. So then, like, I ended up having to... I don't think I looked it up. I just happened to, like, be like, yeah, I'll check out Fooly Cooly, I guess. And then I went ahead and did so, and I was like, oh, this was that show I watched back in 2004. And then I told this to you one time. Like, this whole story that when we watched Fooly Cooly on stream, and we were watching an episode, and then I remember you had said, oh, this is Fooly Cooly? And then I was like, yep. And then you're like, I had never seen it before. I actually just looked up anime where robot comes out of guy's forehead. And then I told you this entire story because that sparked that memory. Now, this is all just a big loop-de-loop and pull for me to say that whenever Fooly Cooly like comes up to me, I can't help but think about this whole interaction. And then it just kind of, I don't know if it's the words that makes me sad, but it just makes me wish that my uncle like went down a better path, or like bro wasn't like in this state. Because despite being like, they're not like a big super fan in a cool way, but bro is like the only person IRL that I know that still like actively admits to being a fan. Because they've never seen the sequel series. But then that loops us back to that video that I had watched. And in that video, bro was mentioning like, yeah, the sequels aren't great, but they're not like the worst thing in the world. And it's like, yeah, that's how I felt too. They're not as egregious as everyone likes to make them sound. And the guy even ranked Alternative as the best one, followed up by Shoegaze, and then I think Grunge, and then they had Progressive as the worst one, which I like fully agree with. I was like, man, bro, like, move and do as you please, but like, keep spitting, like, preach. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to go right back here. We're gonna do something real quick. One of these days, sooner than later, we're gonna do a watch through of Gukure Kokuri-san. And then we're gonna also, I kind of want to rewatch Fooly Cooly now that it's like fresh in my head again. They should send Fully Cooley fans to jail. Yeah, pretty much is what I'm saying. They should all be like systematically like rounded up and shot. I didn't mean to go there. I meant to go here. Hang on. Okay. I'm nearly there, Chief. I'm almost at the top of this hill. Okay, sweet. So what we're gonna do, I have now, you know, the free summons that we get every day. Well, I got a copy of Salieri, and I just realized I have Salieri NP4. So we're gonna roll for one more copy of Salieri. Okay, where is Salieri? We're gonna roll on the Nobu banner, because I like Nobu. She do be on fire, can't lie. Please, Salieri. I need you! Where were you when I needed you, Salieri? Oh, maybe? Boo! Oh, Jekyll? Where are all my summoning tickets going? Don't answer that. Oh, thank goodness. Yay. It was just that easy. Salieri, Salieri. Well, honestly, I thought this would all take a lot longer, so I'm pretty much out of things to do. How about we go and like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta go get my teapots. Man, okay, there's only one day left. It feels like this thing's been going on forever, but I guess it is active for a month, but still. Feels like it's been going on forever. Hang on, I'm doing some mental math. I forgot where I'm at. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, cool. Do it, Broly. Don't nobody ever have a good Lady Avalon. Except for this person. Fine, a Lady Avalon worth using. NPC, more like what a bad deal. Slaps me and laughs so hard I die. Like that one Greek philosopher who was all like, who saw that donkey eating figs and was all like, at least get it some wine to wash it down. And then he laughed at his own jest so hard he died. Yay. If you be wondering why this album is the choice of today, it's because remember last time that we were streaming and listening to music, we were listening to this album, but we didn't finish it? Well, here we are now trying to finish it. Completely rational. Yes. Rationale 400. There's someone on my support list on NA that has a level 120 Lady Avalon. And that's our good friend, Secondo Hisridono. Good time long fan of stream, Secondo Hisridono. I won't lie, I'm chewing some gum right now. Going absolutely dumb with some gum. She just up and dissipated. Oh. One time for the one time. I think I've talked about it before too on stream, since we're on the topic, I guess, of bringing up familial relations. But I oftentimes feel like I could have done more to prevent my uncle from going on the path that he ended up going on. Because there was like that year span where they lived together. And like, I could have, like, there were specifically 2 times where something happened, and it was like, man, if I had just like done something differently, like, might not have ended up in the predicament. But then again, probably still would have ended up the same way. But it's just one of those what if, moments. Specifically, like one time, like the beginning of his descent in 20 whatever year it was, when that year was going on, there was one time where he was like, hey, I gotta go do something, you head to the gym with me? And I was all like, I don't know, just kind of like messing around, pretending like I wasn't gonna go, but I was gonna go. And then he ended up leaving, and I texted and I was like, oh, it's like, it's okay if you go, I was planning to go with you, but it's like I was just kind of like messing around, pretending like I wasn't. So then, like, the thing was that he had to go to an appointment and was gonna go to the gym afterwards. So then, like, he ended up, like, turning back. And then, because of that, he was, like, driving really unsafely to get to his appointment on time and hit a bump. And it cracked his oil pan on his car. And, I mean, 2 ways you can look at it. On one way, irresponsible on his part for being like, oh, yeah, man, we gotta turn around and go pick you up so that gym stuff, because it wasn't that important to me. But alternatively, you could say that I was at fault too for, just not straight up going. So then there's also another time where he was bench pressing 300 pounds, a good old like heavy weight, and I believe I'm pretty sure that he wanted me to record it, and like I was okay with doing that because I recorded his workouts all the time. But like at the time, my voice of reason was like, man, 300 pounds is a lot of weight. I should probably spot him for this. Like, that would be the smart thing to do, but for some reason or another, I was at the time like, yeah, whatever. I mean, he knows what he's doing, I guess. And then he did his 300 pound, bench pressing. And then afterwards, he was like, I felt something pop in my chest. And then I was at the time like, bro, you just like tore a muscle or something. But I didn't say anything out loud. And then lo and behold, it would turn out that he tore a muscle in his chest and ended up getting an infection on his heart. And that's like now a lifelong condition of like constant heart problems he's been having since then. When it doesn't help with drug abuse. And that's another event that like he like almost lost his job and like a lot of stuff happened. And then it's all like, on one hand, you can again say that I should have stepped in and spotted him instead of recording like he asked me to record. But alternatively, he should have had the sense to be like, hey man, if I'm going to do 300 pounds, I need to do this safely. I shouldn't be so concerned about getting it recorded. But that excuse there, you could easily just say that I'm trying to make myself not seem like the villain. But, I don't know, like a case for both sides of the coin can be made there. I, on one hand, was completely in the wrong, and if I felt like I should have spotted him, I should have spotted him. I shouldn't have been like, yeah, I guess whatever. I think I was pretty like, I'm almost 100% sure that's how that happened. There might have been something else that happened that day too, where I was feeling like kind of spiteful, and I was like, man, I'll record you. It's like, whatever. It's like, I'm not going to tell you my good judgment. It was, I think, something like that happened too. Like I can remember the the afterwards conversation where he was like, I felt something pop in my chest, and I was all like, I just didn't say anything, but the me at the time thought to themselves, man, you just tore a muscle in your chest, but I guess we'll see how it goes. And then, again, it's like, I could have said something then too, and be like, hey, you should probably go to a hospital instead of keeping working out. But I didn't say anything like that. I swear, it's like, there's just arguments for if I was in the wrong versus he was in the wrong can be made on all sides, because it's like, you should have your own sense to think, I shouldn't hurt myself doing an exercise. But also, I guess I should have recognized that and been like, hey man, you're gonna hurt yourself, stop. But even then, I might have even have said that back then. And you know what? Nothing might have amounted to it. I might have just been told to stop being a worrywart and been like hit in the head with a brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, could have easily have been told to be quiet, or like, I don't know what I'm talking about. And he's gonna pay for his medical bills. Well, that was like over 8 years ago. And also, I'm pretty sure he had government insurance at that time, so the state paid for those medical bills. Because we were low income, baby, living in low income housing in a bad area. And you know what happens when you have low income and you apply for government benefits? You get government benefits. And you know what happens when you have government benefits? The government will pay for anything that happens to you, so long as a doctor says it's necessary. We love being impoverished. I'm being facetious. It's not fun being impoverished. But hey, at least you get good health care. Anyway, also with that though, he also had like other health problems from like his drug usage, so who knows? Maybe if he wasn't constantly relapsing, his heart problems and everything wouldn't even be a constant like worry. I have 66 of these. That's crazy. Well, I guess let's dig in. 2, 4, 6, let's pick up sticks. See, now that was the last track. Did I hear 7, 8, 9? I think it entered an illegal case. I didn't keep up with it. Did we ever hear like if there was justice for 9, or is 7 still out there like being a menace? But also, hello, Cedernal. How do? Is it with joy that you're coming through? How's the night treating me? I mean, I have to sneeze, hang on. False alarm. But I mean, so far so good. I mean, like a big brick could just fall from the sky and hit me in the head, causing immense pain but no lasting damage. That would suck. But so long as that doesn't happen, today's going pretty well. Whole lot of nothing. Just how I like it. Chillin', no grillin'. Love to hear it. Or maybe not. Maybe, you know, you want to be like super hyped up, bouncing off the walls, and by me saying that I'm glad you're just chilling, that's a great offense, and now you're going to stick your arm through the computer and poke me in the eye. And you know what? I'd respect you. Even if you said that. Even if you did that, it'd be like my fault for assuming. Hang on. I'm using the internet again. I haven't learned my lesson. Somebody cut me away from the internet. Slice off my arms. And replace them with big oven mitts. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna run out of AP pretty fast, and like, I think I'm done grinding this event. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. Sure, like, I could, but like, what do I have left to live and die for? You know what I mean? We could hop into the ring. Everyone loves the ring. Which honestly was my original intention. I kinda, you know, I've got a hankering to play some ring. So I guess we could switch to that for a bit. I don't have anything planned to really, like, that's necessary to do tomorrow. No, wait, yes I do. But it'll only take maybe like an hour or two. But as with me, you know, I make everything a big deal, it feels like. I have to spend an hour doing some cleaning and some stuff tomorrow. I gotta have the whole day open and wake up at 6 a.m. You say joyous? I guess so. Joyous, more like indifference. Slaps knee and screams so loud that everyone's ears begin to bleed. I'm lost in thought. I do have a doctor's appointment. I got like 3 doctor's appointments. I got 2 this week and 1 next week. And it's not really that big of a deal, but oh man, I'm gonna make it one. Words to live by. Unfortunately, 'tis my lifestyle. And I don't even make it a big deal in a fun way where like people get into like huge internet fights or whatever. It's more like I just like plan my whole day where I'm like, well maybe it's like I'm just put together wrong. Cause being honest, if I have like one thing to do in a day that's different from my routine or whatever, I usually have to come home and take a nap after it. So I usually try to set my appointments at times or places that like just open up in hopes that I will be the first and only person there. In hopes that I can get in, get out, and minimize the social trauma, so to speak, the being outside. Because I feel like every moment I'm away from the house, away from my domain, I'm like getting a constant debuff that's just like sucking the life out of me. And it's like, it's as dangerous the longer I'm out. So where after like 4 or 5 hours of being out and about, I'm pretty much in like a state where a light attack and a throw will be enough to like break my health bar. One low kick and it's over. It's true, man. I'm not even holding back. I'm just like crouching right now. I'm not even blocking. I'm just crouching. As long as you're not around people. Yeah, see, it's a different story. Like, if you're just, like, going for a walk, at least that's how I feel. If I'm just, like, going for a walk or something, it's like, okay, cool, like, whatever. Like, tap in or tap out, whichever. But, like, if it's like, yeah, man, you gotta go and be a fully functioning individual, and you have to go to these 3 stores and have a conversation with some people at these 2 of them, because you gotta ask if they have something in stock. And I really start to run out of energy. I used to, when I was a trendy girl, and I would go and take flights to places, like I get really cheap plane tickets and like stay at cheap hostels, and just like, I guess, in quotes, enjoy traveling. I used to have to take naps. Like, I'd be able to be out in public for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'd have to take an Uber, or I used to use Lyft. I'd have to take a Lyft back to the hostel and take a nap for like an hour to like recharge, and then I'd just go right back out. Like, I spent a lot of money just like buying rides, because it'd be like, I'd be fine, but then I'd be like, ooh, I'm approaching like my limit. And then I'd have to, like, go back. Or alternatively, go sit somewhere where there's no one and just like doom scroll for an hour. And then I'd be up to like a 40% charge. And then I'd be like, okay, cool, I can continue on the day. Someone one time told me that that's called having a weak social battery. And I've kind of adopted that as, like, it's easier to tell people that than it is to try and explain the entirety of what I've just said as to why I don't like to do stuff. Just be like, yeah, I have a weak social battery. And then they think it's like a medical thing, so then they usually shut up. Shrug emoji. I don't make the rules, I just talk about them. Jaku Danieru. After I should say finish reading, not catch up, since it's a completed story. But after I finish reading Fate Apocrypha, I was gonna read Fate Requiem, like the 2 light novels. That is what they're called, right? I hope I didn't make a fool of myself. Yeah, it's Fate Requiem. I was gonna read those 2, the only 2 novels that are out for that. But I kind of want to read Claymore. That's the best part about being unemployed. You can do all this reading. So yeah, I don't want to say I'm on the fence, because I'm pretty heavily leaning towards just reading Fate Requiem. But it's like, alternatively, I could read Claymore. Or I could do it both at the same time. Like, one's a light novel, one's a manga. It's I find it nice if you're reading like a light novel to like also be reading a manga at the same time. So then like you can switch back and forth to 90% text with one drawing every new chapter, compared to nothing but pictures and text and boxes and this, that, and the third. Speaking of light novels, there was this guy who made a long video talking about light novels, and last night when I wasn't able to fall asleep immediately in bed, I was like, I guess I'll see what bro has to yap about. And at first I was like, they're making a good point. But then they started speaking really fondly about Don Machi, and I was like, I don't know, dog, like, you had me in the first part of this, And I mean, when they started talking about it, it sounded really cool. Like, I won't lie. Yeah, I mean, Danmachi is, we know what it is. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Like, die. But, like, at the same time, I don't know, like, some volume 13 arc or whatever, it sounds like it actually, like, really picks up and becomes, like, a pretty cool series. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, I don't know. I watched the anime when it first came out, and then I think I watched the second season, and then I was like, okay, I don't care about this. It wasn't even like, oh, you got gate kept because of gooning. No. No. I just thought it was an uninteresting series. I thought that there's shows that do whatever it was trying to do, but better. But then it turns out, well, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Is this the furthest I could have gone, by the way? Oh, you know what? We have one last thing we need to do before we can switch to Ring. At least, like, comfortably switch to Ring. I gotta go and beat the challenge quest. Where is it at? Here it is. Now, I think I've seen enough videos on how the, like, I've seen enough videos to have an idea of how you can do this. Shut up. We'll use that. We can use Lancelot. We'll take the... Nah, it's not the super serious team. Do I have to remake the super serious team, or is it still made? Well, we just gotta move you off of it. Okay, I mean, this is the super serious team. That honestly needs some work, because when the super serious team was originally made, I didn't have a lot of the servants that we have now. I think who would work better is if we go like that. And we feel in, well, BB Dubai, I guess maybe could help with like the buff removal. We could also bring Holmes. The big problem really just becomes that we need to account for the invincibility that the president's gonna put on old Daitorio. Natsuno Daitorio. Or whatever she calls herself these days. Where is he? I mean, I guess Holmes is a pretty good support for what we're doing. No, actually, where is he? There he is. Well, let's just try like a little setup like this. I think we should bring the order change one just in case. Yeah, this seems like a good enough group of guys. Let's try it out. Oh, no, it's not a good enough group of guys. I needed to have give Holmes some type of starting NPC. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Or even just like a target focus CE would have worked too. So he can get owned. Because all we need him for is his buff. And then he's free to die after that. It's like, yeah, we got what we need out of you. Now perish. Now, I believe if you beat Junis first, then it gets rid of these guts. I think that's how that works. Could just be grossly wrong, though. We're gonna aim for Junis. Geh. We need we need Holmes to now. How many advances is it? Holy schmoly. Yeah. We're kind of in a bad spot. But you know what? That's okay, because we can also just do this. Now this won't make any sense at all. Even, you know, when it does make sense, it's still not going to make much sense. Three invences left. And you charmed Lancelot. Okay, this is fine. Gonna lose all of our buffs, and we might even lose Lady Avalon. That's okay. It's not okay. Ah, my goodness, I hate you. Don't hit Lady Avalon. Oh, okay, sweet. We might actually just be able to like chip her out this way. The old-fashioned way, just like a couple crits. No, actually we definitely will be able to. We're in Peace Sealed, I forgot. So yeah, this will definitely... No way this doesn't kill. Okay, it might not kill. No, it's gonna kill. I was scared because we missed that first crit. I think she fully charges herself though with this. That's a bad thing. Yeah. We'll see at what health everyone lives. I think Lancelot's alive. Yeah, okay, convincingly alive. Stop. This is kind of like, well, I'm glad you're here, Holmes, but you're a day late and $1 short. You went to the laundry, as in like a laundromat, as in the mat at which you do laundry. Oh man, just like a smidgen more damage. I might reset. Let's see. What is her gut survivor with? Okay, yeah, I'm resetting. That's just like one more buff. I wish that I had more drive, because then I would like make incredible like team comps to easily do these with Lancelot, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it anymore. I'm more just like, bottom text. It's like, I don't mind resetting and using command spells, dog. Just give me my item so I can go. Okay, so we were like 35,000 damage short. The way that we can get that up... I don't want to use that. However, and I don't even know if that'll give us 35,000 damage. Honestly, it doesn't matter. We can just use this here. Because no matter what, Lancelot's going to have the charge to it, like, NP next time. We're going to do them both just in case. 35,000 damage. That's a good amount to be short, but it really was just probably one buff away from being enough. Yeah, see, look at that. Now Junes is dead. Get out of here. Whoa, you have a hit through invincibility. This must be crazy. Sakata Kintoki? Oh yeah, something I found out though from reading the Fate Apocrypha manga, you can see it, but the head of the Igdamalenia family, Darnik, they summoned Fionn. They were in the Third Grail War when they stole the Grail from Fuyuki. It shows like a scene of them when they had their servant at the time, and at that time they had Fionn. Fionn's in a lot of like media. It's kind of funny. Like he's in Fate Extra, CCC Foxtail. Okay, he's in 2 things. And he was apparently the original Lancer servant that the current Vlad the Third summoner has. It's just so funny. That guy has just an affinity for Lancers. Oh, you never had an invincibility, Lancelot. I didn't know that. My fault. For some reason I thought Lancelot had an invincibility. He's in SMT. Yes, we've been over that. Ooh, I thought you had a self-charge there, Holmes. My mistake. Didn't you say that Fionn in SMT is like a really good character? Or he just looks cool there? Well, never mind. Adamantine, my dear. Yay. Voiced by Merlin. Wow. Bro really hit them with that. I know of a place. You know, I don't think we're gonna be able to like pull through on this one, but I'm kind of surprised at how not terrible this is going. Like I kind of like it's really falling apart, but it's still not going as bad as you might expect. But now it's going really bad. What happened to Lancelot's invincibility? It's all up to you, Hans. Han Solo. Hey, like that guy from Star Wars. I mean, he did his best. Radio Scowl. He said he gets godlike abilities temporarily when using sword blood. I can't remember. I think that she might actually, like, when you break health bar, she fully charges her NP. If that's the case, then, we're in for a world of hurt. If it's not the case, well, we're still in for a world of hurt, but it's not going to be as painful. Ooh, didn't even, like, break health bar. Did now, though. Oh, cool. Oh, boo. If we die to this, I'm going to reset. I don't care. Or, yeah, we'll just reset. I'll bring in Holmes. Because he can put that NP seal on her so long. I think we just died. Oh, no, Lancelot survived. Lancelot, please be able to take... Oh, cool. Okay. Missed out on some buffs, but what you gonna do? In all honesty, it might have been better to have just gone for Artoria. Castoria. Because I don't think... well, maybe he can do a good amount of damage, considering the debuff our opponent got. Okay, yeah, we should be able to kill with this crit then. Okay, sweet. And then you said, Fiona was raised by druids and studied under the poet Finnegas, who was prophesied to eat the salmon of knowledge. When he finally catches the salmon, Fiona is tasked with cooking it, and in the process burns his thumb, instinctively putting it in his mouth. Finnegas gives him, upon seeing this, Finnegas gives him the whole fish to eat, thusly granting Fiona all the salmon's wisdom. I see. Just a little taste. That's kind of cringe, though. It's like, oh man, you burnt your thumb. You know what? For doing that, you can have my whole fish. That's funny, because Fiona doesn't really strike me as wise in this game, or like this series in general. He more just strikes me as someone that's always hitting on women. Is that what he does with his infinite knowledge and wisdom? I mean, I might do some more like little grinding here and there, but we're gonna go ahead and open up. Oh, we can only open 100 at a time. I got to my goal, I guess, which was not my original goal. Originally, I wanted to try to get to 1,000, but yeah, there's only a day left in the event. I'm not doing all that. Not even like a desire thing, but like I don't think I can feasibly get that many. I only was getting like 7 every time I was doing this. So like what? And it's not even like 7 of 1. I'd get like maybe 2 of each, or like 4 of 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I could have pulled it off. I don't know how that guy in that picture you sent did it, but like, I clearly am not built that way. I don't know if I got bad drops or I'm just ugly, but you know, every time that I would do this again, at most I get 7. 7 chests. Well, GG. How much QP? That's a good little 50 million, a little something light. This song's called Moonface. That's funny. There's something on my mind. I can do this. I can do this. Is it class score related? The 20k one? What are you talking about? NBA 2K? I think I'm doing the Archer one right now. And I really haven't gotten far on it. Yeah, because I've done everything for the Archer. Like, all I need are the, like, monument statues. But all of these, like, little requirements, I've done them except for the bond level one. Which, that's like easy. Just like 7 bond, sign me up. Yeah. See, that is going to be the problem. I'm just going to run out of these boxes. Oh yes, that guy who had like they had 10,000 or whatever, wasn't it? That screenshot from the Twitter. That is the image I'm referring to, yeah. $56. I mean, I guess at least most of these materials I have a good amount of. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This is the only one I can't unlock. Man, ooh. We're gonna keep going until I find a material I don't want to use, or I guess we run out of those. Zadaka-san, I know you did the one for Berserker. Have you done any more? Did you do the caster one, or is that a false memory? Yeah. He said the guy probably did it in his sleep. Yeah. Or maybe they just got like the best drops ever. Like just absolutely insane, just inhuman drops. Because that was also, I thought, pretty early on after the node came out. Like I felt like I was barely just getting my groove. And then I saw that and I was like, holy schmoly. I guess they could have done this for Ryder, but whatever. Oh, you've done 4 of them? I see. I've just done Berserker and Saber. Which I've already said, but hey, I'll say it again. So many gears. You think without the 90 plus note, that's, yeah, see, that's just like devotion levels unmatched. I don't want to spend all those gears. Alright, that'll do it for this for now. We'll come back once we get the rest of the 7 bonds that I'm missing. Hey, a grail. And about 12 quartzuses. Well, I guess that's about it. Do we want to play some Ring, or do we just want to call it for today? And I don't know, go and lick the floor. I wanted to play some Ring, but I'm kind of feeling all wrung out. Gain the floor knowledge on my Fione beat. Getting an intestinal bug. They ask, well, why did you lick the floor? Me? Well, Fione did it, but with a fish and a sword and a thumb, and then I just get put into an institute. I guess I have no reason not to get this fool to 10, 10, 10. I have the materials and the QP. QP no mayo. I'm so ashamed of my actions. Oh, we have a good amount of these now because of all that grinding that I did. But that good amount's pretty much gonna not run out now. Sweet. And then now there's just one more person that I need to get up so that I can have my lore back at an even number. Is there anyone that I like that needs a lot of nuts? Because normally that's the one item I'm always like, nuts? Oh no! But I have a good amount. Oh, Matahari, I could just get you up all the way? Yeah, I mean, I guess why not? So, we could do another. We're gonna be bringing back some more of our watch throughs of shows. What are we feeling more for our next one? Do we want to do? Okay, I've missed 1 year, so I need to do it twice this year to make up. But I do a yearly rewatch of Gugure Kokuri-san, and I also wanted to do a rewatch of all the Fooly Cooly anime. Fooly Cooly, then progressive, alternative, shoegaze, grunge. What do we want to do next? Do we want to watch, I also have a list of shows that I wanted to watch, sooner than later, that are rewatches. I guess we could do a poll. You're the only one that's going to vote in it, though. But, let me see, where's that sticky note? Oh, here it is. Let's see, so just going off the sticky note, I've got Ikami-same, the Emiya-san Chi, the cooking FGO anime. I want to rewatch Shakunetsu Takyu Musume. I wanted to rewatch Fukumenke Noise and that Old Kami Shoujo to Kuro Oji. And then, a toss in as well, some Foolish Coolish, and then some Gugure Kokuri-san. I'll just write it down real quick. I gotta download them, so we couldn't do it like right now, but that might be fun to do, you know. No, I can't even do it tomorrow. I mean, I could, and I'd just like stay up all day. But after that doctor's appointment, I wanted to go to the store. And I guess I could just go all sleep deprived and a menace to society, you know. Just going, like twitching, looking behind me every 10 seconds, like Travis Bickle. But like, yeah. You kind of ran out of time. Time doesn't rest for you, and, well, time doesn't rest for me. Well, I guess I could put it this way. Kiichi Hogan, you're not 10, 10, 10. Too bad. But like, if we did like start a watch through right now and do like a really long, disgusting, like body destroying stream, would that even be fun today? Or is it like too little prep time? That's funny. I was just thinking how like no servant ever needs those rings. Darth Jar Jar emote. It's so over. I feel like Shiki needs something disgusting later on. Because I think she's 888 on NA for me. Oh, Chic. I mean, I guess. She needs a lot of gears. Like, no more than the billion bones she needs to get started. Doing some mental math. Well, are there any 5 stars? I mean, you're in pretty bad shape and you just need nuts. What do you need after this one, Gina? Yeah, that's why you're in such bad shape. Servants just start needing the worst items ever. It's like, jeez. And then you need like a billion bones. This is terrible. I guess I could try and level up a low rarity servant. Yeah, what's stopping me from doing it to you? Well, that's what. That's right. Gordon. If only this event lasted one more day. Because it's got one day left, which means that effective tomorrow, it'll be down to like, well, actually effective in like what, like 8 or 9 hours. It'll be 24 hours left. And then that means that it'll end the morning when I have that doctor's appointment. At least that morning for me. So I guess I could just spend all day doing it tomorrow if I wanted to get like one nasty grind session in. But I don't have as many apples as I'd like to have to, I think, do it. Like I don't know. I think I should just call it quits. What's done is done. I did my best. There's always next time. Only 300, that's what I'm saying. And I mean, out of these items, like, need, would like to have more of. Need, and the rest of, need, and then the rest of these I don't really care about. So there's like good items to be had. I don't know, I want to say I'm content, but I feel like there's still so much I could have done, you know? How much is left on this album? We're on iClaw, song 11 out of 13. Well, oops, wrong servant. Did you go nasty on the grinding, or did you just like complete the shop? Or have you not even started, like that one time where you didn't even start the event and it was like there's not enough time, and then you blew up? Because, you know, there's gonna be the writer grand duel, and I like to use apples and stuff during those. So I gotta make sure I have like a regular supply, because then there's still Christmas. So I think I should just call it. I don't want to though. And then you have your reasoning because it didn't have paper or gems for the caster class. And that's understandable. Valid. I came looking for one thing and one thing only, and you don't have it in stock. That was you. Oh yeah, you're right. Like, the grand duel for casters is gonna go insane. No, not really. I don't feel like I get a lot of drops for them of like gems and stuff when I do it normally for any other class. So like, I mean, maybe it'll have a higher rate because I know the nodes for like the training grounds for caster. I know those ones are like, you have a higher chance of getting caster gems than any other gem. So maybe that'll be the case too for the grand duel. If not, then I guess it just sucks to suck, huh? Save me, I'm having coherent thought. Okay, cool. It seems to be that most people think that the Grand Rider is coming next. I kind of assumed Rider was what was going to be coming next anyway, but then instead we got the extra classes. Not really complaining or upset at all, I'm just saying. I don't think there'd be any rider servants I'd want to roll for. Like, maybe ideally, if I didn't roll as much as I did the summer event, maybe I would have rolled for more copies of Takeda Shingen, but I don't even use him now, and he's in P2. What would I do if I got more copies of him? Still not use him? Well, whatever. I think after this one I might just end the stream. Depending on what the next grand servants are, we might have like a huge like dial-up LAN party style. And that's when we'll do all those watching of shows. But we'll have to wait and see. People saying it's Noah. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too. And I mean, the reasoning's believable with like the backdrop for next event being all watery themed, like the portrait for Noah in arcade. But who knows? What if it's just like, what if the servant we get is going to be Raincoat Saber and she's going to be like a 4-star writer? Or no, not even that. Maybe like a 4-star alter ego or something. Like, I don't know, everyone was super surprised that Charles Henry Sanson got an animation update. What if they pull something like that out of nowhere? And it's just like, next event's just a bunch of servants we already knew. Or Drake, yeah. Super Drake. Honestly, if it was Grand Writer Drake, I would be pretty cool. Francis Drake of the writing variety, super style. Okie dokie. Well, I guess this is where we head out. If I get a sudden, ooh, that was a terrible. A little better. Yeah, something a bit better too. But yeah, I guess if I get hit with sudden motivation at 2 a.m., I'll download some stuff and we can start a watch party and just like kill myself tomorrow with like staying up so like all day. We just like try and grind out as much as we can. Or I'll just end up going to bed. We'll see one of those two will happen. So yeah, at least for now, potentially for the rest of the day. I'll see you later, alligators, and after watching the crocodiles, you can't see it, but I'm making a heart with my hands. It is you whomst I heart, triple time over. I'll see you later, alligators, after watching the crocodiles. I think I said that already, but whatever. Bye bye.